I'm just worried. I mean, I'm a mom. Obviously myself and most of the folks that in my social circle and coworkers and everything, we're all of childbearing age. And, frankly, if this woman is anywhere near the White House, I'm going to have to seriously rethink my citizenship in the U.S. And, literally having nightmares. And I know that's true of a lot of women. So, my desire to see him stay the course and to stay above all the politics and the rhetoric, it's kind of decimated by the fact that I just, want my daughter in, hopefully at least until she's 16 doesn't decide to be active. I'm really scared that, if she does do something that, leads to her being pregnant, I'm really scared.
Okay, for a show of hands now, who thinks that the Obama-Biden ticket provides a greater chance for change in America than the McCain-Palin ticket?
We've heard a lot of talk about change this year. The question is, change to what? To me, change is a government that doesn't let banks and oil companies rip off the American people. Change is when we finally fix healthcare instead of just talking about it. Change is giving tax breaks to middle-class families instead of companies that send jobs overseas. Change is a president who brings people together. I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message because this year, change has to be more than a slogan.
Oh, I don't think I have anything to add to what Casey said. I have the same questions. All I've heard is change, but not actually what change is other than not what the other guy is doing. And so I personally just kind of want to know where he actually stands.
I think that just the best thing she can do is just, remind everyone where Obama stands on the issues, especially issues as they relate to women, and also it's not just a women's issue, but how Obama and Biden will impact working families.
On the feminist issue, I definitely do not believe that Sarah Palin reflects the needs of the American female electorate. It's one thing to practice her philosophies in her own home, but to force those philosophies on 125 million other people, 175 million other people, I just think is inappropriate. I don't want my children taught creationism in the school. I don't believe that sort of stuff belongs in a public education curriculum. And I also don't believe that any government should have the right to dictate what a woman or a couple decides to do with their bodies and their family planning. And I'll stop with that.
I just want to say something about Jesse with that teaching, or Dave Smith, the teaching abstinence in public schools. Well, apparently teaching the other things, safe sex, is not actually helping. It's actually making it worse. You see a lot more teenage pregnancies. We want to get rid of all that. We really want to make sure that what's wrong with teaching abstinence? Who says that we have to only teach that? And why should the government be involved in that? That should be a community issue. That shouldn't be a government issue. It should be the community saying, this is what our children need to be taught.
I'd like to turn the floor over, or my time to speak, over to one of my coworkers here at the MoveOn.org office. His name is Matthew.
Yes, hello. In response to the last gentleman, I was wondering, since the last 8 years that the sex education has been taught differently in school during the Bush administration, why is it that 1 in 4 high school girls have an STD? Or why was it in Florida they had large numbers of groups of kids that actually believed that drinking bleach will cure them of HIV if they had unprotected sex the night before?
Sounds like we're teaching the wrong thing in schools. But, so that's what I'm saying. The government should have nothing to do with what's taught in schools. It should be down to the parents. The parents should be the ones responsible for what their children are taught. We shouldn't be pawning it off on the government.
You know, I'm a big believer in the idea that parents should be the ones who are providing their children sexual education. And frankly, you know, in the public school systems, you've got 35 kids per classroom. There's no way you're going to be able to reach those kids, all of them, and basically do what it is we all want them to do. And, you know, which is ultimately, whether you're for teaching safer sex in the schools or abstinence or what have you, we want them safe, we want them disease-free, we want them to be able to choose, you know, when it is as adults, once they finish their education, to start their families. However, you know, kids will be kids, and, you know, I know that I'm doing the best I can to make sure my daughter is getting age-appropriate information. Not all families do that.
We'll be here. We'll be here every night from now through the election. Please bring your friends, spread the word. And we're nonpartisan. We want people from all sides to come in, and feel free to say anything that you'd like, so long as it's on topic.